Alright. Hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if the audio's weird. The cicadas are gonna go away. The music is here to stay. I'll hang out here for a few, read some comments, and then think we'll be good to start studying. Nice. Need to rewatch your ASP player video. Want to watch Bleach on Disney. Couldn't get the subs signed correctly. Yeah. No music? No music for the studying? Are you saying better than no music? Yeah, it's weird. So there's subs like based on like what TV platform or what company's streaming the anime, there's gonna be different like title cards or intros, and you know it's gonna be slightly edited differently. So you're gonna actually see some subtitles are off by anywhere from a couple seconds to even a minute sometimes. But yeah, I think there's some pretty good guides on how to manually adjust the subtitles. Wait, there's no music? You guys can't hear that? Oh, it's just that quiet. There we go. Oh, hopefully you guys can hear that. There. See, Skits, you have to put your ear right up against your speaker, unless you're wearing headphones. Then, I mean, you already are doing that, I guess. Technically, I'm eating dinner, then we'll start. Nice. Your voice is pretty quiet? Okay. One sec. Alright. I think that's gonna be a bit better. I'm not trying to peek here. Alright. Yeah, let me watch the stream on my phone. Let me see how we're doing. I'm not trying to peek here. Yeah, that sounds good. The issue was I could only find one sub file download from the website. So I think the issue is, as I started episode 2, that it wasn't linked correctly that way. Maybe. I mean, once the episode starts, yeah, jimaku.cc. If that's the website you went to, I think I linked that in the video. That's what you want to do. And I mean, yeah, just go from there. Because once you get past the opening, like the opening song, yeah, okay, yeah. Once you get past the opening song and the anime starts playing, like you just gotta sync that first line of dialogue, and once it's synced, the rest of the episode should be fine. So yeah, I don't know. It is definitely pretty iffy, for sure. Like I'm not, you know, it's not a perfect world where you just click a button and everything is perfect. Yeah, Skits is right on that. So yeah, the hotkeys will show you how you can tweak the subtitles to perfectly line up with your anime. I don't know if it saves across episodes. I don't think so, because you have to drag and drop the next episode subtitle. There are 4 files. Yeah, I mean, I would try a mix of them, but make sure that first line is synced up, and then you should be good. Okay. Let's see. I've got my water. I've got an EPUB pulled up for reading. I've got my Colibri pulled up. So we're good. Oh, they do save. Cool, Mystica. Hi, Daniel. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. You're at the gym? Nice. Dude, I love it. Working out the body and the mind at the same time. That is multitasking. And hello, Mystica. Yeah, sorry, I didn't answer your question earlier, Triumo. I did not come from his stream today. I saw he was up streaming, though. I had actually tuned into, I think, his last stream where he was playing through it. There's like a free visual novel on Steam. Hi, Dean. What's up? What's up? How you doing today? Yeah, Mystic, I see you all the time in the comment section and on Nihon Miao's Study With Me streams. This is cool. Yeah, I wanted to, you know, I feel like my study streams kind of devolve into these talking sessions, which is cool. Like, I like talking with you guys, but I know that a lot of you come here to actually study and get motivated. So that's why you can see in the title, we are using a Pomodoro timer. So yeah, we're gonna, you know, I think the schedule here is going to be 25 minutes of studying, 5 minutes of yapping, and we're gonna do about 5 cycles of that. That should give us around, you know, just 3 hours of studying, and then I'll stick around after we're done studying and just chat with you guys, see how everyone's study journeys are going, what you guys got going on this weekend. Um, yeah, I think we'll be good then. Yeah, Nihonmyo's cool. He's documenting his Japanese learning journey. He's really good about like keeping his like checking his stats and like like his reading hours, his watching hours, and stuff like that. He's a really nice guy. I'll be eating this first one, but I will join the second. Yeah, no worries. To write and study at the same time. I love it. I love it. That is some good motivation right there. Okay. Well, without further ado, is my lighting okay? It's the middle of the day. I love filming. This is why I love filming at night. So let's see. All right. What's up, guys? So today we're going to be studying. Now, there's a couple ways we can go about this. And also, I think my chat's in the top left. Let's move that. Good lighting. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I look very pasty right now. Just right with your feet. Wait, that's so valid, though. People do that. Have you guys seen the... I don't know if anyone here is into, like, speed cubing. But have you guys seen where, like... There's these speed cubers who will solve with their feet. Like, they'll get world records for just, like... It's actually crazy. I don't know how people get that much control with their toes, but... all the more power to them. So... yeah, so today... We're going to be using a Pomodoro timer to study. So 25 minutes of focused study. Feet percent is crazy, dude. That's crazy. All right, but anyways, I'm already getting sidetracked because of feet. No one clipped that. That's really weird out of context. Yeah. So 25 minutes of focused study. That's right. We're not going to be talking about any spicy learn Japanese Reddit drama, no 4chan stuff, right? Just studying. I'm going to be mainly quietly either reading, immersing, listening to stuff. And it'll be on my screen, so you guys can do that with me. But if you guys have your own level of stuff, whether you're better than me or you're still trying to get stuff like N5, N3 level, N4, whatever, you can read your own materials and just follow the timer with me. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. If you guys have any other ideas or think that 25 minutes is too long for studying, let me know. We can kind of tweak that timer. But yeah, let me get that set up. So it says all done, which we're clearly not all done. I should probably put a drop shadow on this so it actually... Yeah, here, I'm going to move it. Hello? As you can tell, I don't really stream all that much. All right, let me add a... let me add a drop shadow so this is actually readable. There we go. I think that's good. I think that's good. 25 minutes, too much study. Okay. Maybe we do like maybe we do 15 minutes, 15 and 5. Well, I'm actually kind of sore from my run. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let me go to my scripts really quick because there's a Pomodoro script I use. Okay, so let's do 15 minutes of focus. You do 30-minute writing sprints. That is impressive, bro. That is impressive. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. 15-minute study sessions, 5-minute break, 3 cycles. That gives us an hour, and then after that, we'll just talk for a few minutes. We'll just talk for a few minutes at the top of the hour, and then when we're ready, we'll hop into the next 3 sessions, and we'll probably do that like 3 times, so a little over 3-hour streams. Random timing for each sprint, just keep it fresh. That's a good idea. I need to find a better Pomodoro timer for that. This is a pretty cut and clear script, so I don't know if I can do that with this one, but I think it's a great idea. All right. Sweet. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure all my settings are good. Let me get Migaku up. Random number generator between 1 and 60. Wait, that's crazy. So you could study for 1 minute sometimes? That's actually insane. Shokken. Shokken yade. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome, DXUW. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, let's start the first order of business. I don't know if I should yomiage or if I should just internally read. Just sub-vocalize. I don't know. Because if you guys are doing your own studying, you misspelled session. What? Okay. Where did I misspell session, bud? Thank you. That's one of my moderators. Dude, you're always doing such... Okay. Wait, we're supposed to be studying right now. 朗読 Okay, fine, I'll 朗読 Hold on 白羽さんは黙っている私を見て突然顔を押さえた、くしゃみでもするのかと思って、待っていると、指の間から、水滴 I think it's water droplets, right? Or like snot in this sense, maybe? Yeah, 水滴。水滴が垂れてきて、どうやら泣き出したようだと気がついた。こんなところを客に見られたら大変だと、私はとりあえずどこか入りましょうかと、白羽さんの腕を掴んで近くのファミレスへと向かった。この世界は異物を認めない。僕はずっとそれに苦しんできたんだ。ドリンクバーのティーバッグのジャズミンティーを飲みながら白羽さんが言った。ジャズミンティーは動かない白羽さんに代わって、私が入れたものだ。黙って座っているので前に置いてあげると、礼を言わずに飲み始めた。What a rude guy. What a rude fella. You guys are baiting each other in the comments is crazy. At least do it in Japanese so we get that full immersion. みんなが足並みを添えていないと Is that to be like in line with people? Like to be a normie? I feel like that's a set phrase, no? Alright, well. To keep pace with others. Okay. 多くの人の考え方や行動揃い方。yeah. 足並みが揃う。Do I know how to read that? No. Are we gonna look in here? Yeah, sure. 春闘。Spring labor offensive. 1リットルぐらい出た。Dude, oh my gosh. Ali Hannah, you gotta stop bringing up. That's a cursed YouTube comment. If anyone here doesn't know the sauce behind Ali Hannah's line about 1 liter, good. Keep it that way, please. Since this comment's in Japanese, I'll read it. From Skits explaining 足並みを揃える。1、複数の人が同じ、象徴で歩く。に考えや行動 I know I'm probably getting the counters wrong, but 考えや行動を同じにする。各社が歩調 Thank you, not 歩調 Thanks, Skits. 各社が pace of steps. 各社がほんやら情報 Oh my gosh. 報道する。Dude, we're cooked. It's fine, we just gotta read more. That's what we're doing. So, 足並みを揃えていないと、ダメなんだ。なんで30代半ば、30代半。I know that's like mid-30s, but then there's ba. I don't know what the ba here is. Is that like an if? Well, no, hold on. Oh, bakari. Is it like a contraction of bakari? Ashinami, not ashinarami. Okay, thank you, Skits. Ashinami. Okay. 足並みを揃えていないとダメなんだ。半ば。30年。半ば。Okay. 半ば。The middle. That's pretty handy. I'll keep all these tabs open to mine later in... I guess I'll go back in mine in a bit. I want to read this page first. 半ばなのにバイトなのか。なんで一回も恋愛をしたこと。It's crazy having to like read vertically on this PC. したことがないのか。性行為の経験の有無まで平然と聞いてくる。 あ、風俗は、風俗風俗 customs. Oh, I've seen that. Hero. Hello, Sam. 風俗は、yeah, I don't know. My PC screen's so big, so I have to like actually like. This is like 3 times the size of the like the physical novel. Just so weird. 風俗に数を入れないでくださいね。なんてことまで笑いながら言うんだ。あいつら。誰にも迷惑をかけていないのに、ただ、少数派 the minority? 少数派 Okay. Gotta work on those long vowels, dude. だと言うんだけど、みんなが僕の人生を簡単に、ご意見強姦I don't really I think it's this first one. I do see this. I think it's just a general violation in this sense though. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Thank you, Skits. I did not realize that. It's weird. I can see your comment on stream, but I can't see it in the chat. I wonder if YouTube's filtering it. But I did see that. That's pretty interesting. Good to know. I should probably reorder my dictionaries. Make sure you aren't in top chat and you'll be able to see it. Oh, live chat. There we go. That's what it was. My Quillery like freaked out and like unimported all my dictionaries, so I just like mass selected a bunch, which is why you see these are not in a good order, and there's so many dictionaries now. I just chose everything that looked reputable. I don't know if do I have Daijirin? It's somewhere. There's Shinmeikai. I don't know if I have Daijirin. Oh well. Oh, I see it down there. No, that's Daiji-sen. Whatever. It's fine. No, I do see it in live chat. Bissell, you might be playing YouTube in safe mode, which is fine. Actually, I don't even know if you can do that. Okay. どちらかというと、白羽さん dang, only 6 minutes left is crazy. どちらかというと、白羽さんが、性犯罪者、Okay, I gotta look this one up. 寸前 just before ほんのわずか手前そのことが起こるほんの一瞬前そう寸前okay, interesting の人間だと思っていたので、迷惑をかけられたアルバイト女性職 Hold on 女性客のことも考えずに、自分の苦しみの比較として気軽に、we just saw this 強姦、強姦という言葉を使う白羽さんを、被害者意識は強いのに自分が、加害者 I think that's a victim 加害者 not coup I'm thinking of 加える、加害者かもしれないとは考えない思考回路なんだなと思って眺めた Hiyu the water Hiyu did I misread one earlier? I did, didn't I? Hiyu 加害者 is perpetrator, not the victim. Oh yeah, it is. I completely flipped those. Thank you. Hiyu. Oh, I don't know why I said Hikaku. Yeah. Okay. And Hiyu is not, well, I can't remember if it's tepid or lukewarm water. Hiyu. But figure of speech. This is handy. This is important. I've definitely seen this. That is a good one to know. Thank you, Skits. 加害したかもしれないとは考えない思考回路なんだなと思って眺めた。自分をかわいそうがるのが白羽さんの趣味なのではないかと、すら思いながら、はあ、それは大変ですねと適応に相槌を打った。例え、hot water is. Yeah, I was like, the kanji has nothing to do with water. Yeah, thank you, Skits. 趣味のではないかと思ったら、それは大変ですね。適当に相槌を打った。私もそれに似た、My accent is Daog. あなたの日はいいですか? It is. It's going well. Just hanging out with you guys, studying, or should I answer in Japanese? 楽しいことは楽しいけど、午前8時から、11時までちょっとまあ働らなければならなかったんですね。IT サイバーセキュリティアナリストという、仕事してるんですけど、難しいですね。But yeah, pretty good day. Pretty good day. We've got 2 minutes. Let's see if we can get to the end of this page. Oku. I really should want to zoom out so I could try to read the Japanese definition first. Output. Okay, I'm sorry, Skits. You're right. I can't output until I've played like 100 visual novels. 気乗りがせず、めんどくさいこと。Okay. It's like bothersome? Let's see. Yeah, makes sense. 奥さは感じているが、特に守りたいものが自分にあるわけではないので、なんで白羽さんがそんなに当たり散らすのかわからない。Is that just a throw around? Let's see. Yay, no English definition. Let's go. 不満、不機嫌 No. What is this? Yukai. Dude, oh my gosh. I literally have a card for this. That bothers me. Thank you, Skits. 不満、不愉快な気持ちから周りの人や物に対して、あわあわThat's not, no, it's あわあわ。Oh my gosh. I'd like to see how it's read. Please. I'll just wait for Skits to tell me how it's read. It's just example sentences, but it doesn't actually say how it's read. Ara? Ara. This I don't think that's how it's read, but it could be. We'll wait and see what the fellas say. Oh, right here. Oh my gosh, where is it? Right. This guy right here in the red. It is ara-arashi. Okay. I felt so weird saying ara-ara. Oh, it's break time. Oh, guys, we get to actually chillax now. For just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let's see what chat's up to. Just started learning Japanese 4 months ago. Nice. I do Anki, listen to podcasts, write, practice my speech with ChatGPT, and having Japanese to English conversation on translation app with my family. Nice. Interesting. So your family speaks to you in English, and then you respond in Japanese, and then the app tells them what you said in English. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that, like anyone doing that before. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I think that's good. What podcasts are you doing? And what are you doing on Anki? Are you doing like a core vocabulary deck, trying to learn a bunch of common Japanese words? Okay, that's cool. I've never heard of that. I would say, Colts, if you check out one of my newer videos on Ohanashi Kagawa, super beginner friendly. You can talk to Japanese natives for free. So like if you're, it doesn't matter what level you are, you can join in there. You can drop questions in the text chat with your language partner, and they're super sweet. Are Japanese people real? No one knows. Lazy Fluency Podcast, N5 vocab deck. Nice. Is that the same guy? I saw a video by him, Lazy Fluency, and it was like how to talk to Japanese people online. And it was like the thumbnail was like I think someone instead of just saying like konnichiwa, they just like it was just an emoji of like someone like a cartoon bear drop kicking another instead of just saying hi. Just interesting way to talk. You're the only Japanese person? That's true. Skits is the last Japanese person in existence. Which is crazy. Bro's in the process of releasing Japanese 3.0. First, Japanese 1.0, I'm reading it right now. Then 2, as we've discussed in the Discord server, is Sukitan Ducky-do is apparently Japanese 2. / Japanglish. So, yeah, and Skits is in the process of creating Japanese 3. You need to breed with... Why does that have to be cooldown? That's the wrong question. I mean, the things we talk about is crazy. The things that we talk about are just insane. I say we like I'm included in this. You guys are just being freaky right now. Oh my god. It's insane. Okay, give me 1 second to check my phone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's funny. His podcast is him speaking English and the other person speaking Japanese. So you get context to the convo. It's so great for learning. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I've heard a couple, like when I was in Japan, I was like shopping and I was with one of my Japanese friends, and my Japanese at the time wasn't good enough to actually like talk with him, but I could understand a good bit. So like we were shopping and like the store owner like overheard us. It was like this old clothing store, but anyways, I digress. They were speaking Japanese, I was speaking English, and they're like, well, that reminds me of like this podcast. Like apparently like a good amount of Japanese people who like learning English do the kind of same thing. They'll listen to like a Japanese speaker and an English speaker podcast. So yeah, I just thought it was pretty interesting that other people like to do the same sort of thing. If I may ask, how can someone who's a beginner read these seemingly impossible books who have negligible amount of vocab and grammar? Well, I think you just answered your question towards the end there, and that is to work on your vocab. Grammar, if you just read like Tai Kim's Grammar or Sakubi, which actually let me link those for you in the chat before our time's up. I would honestly recommend Tai Kim. Yeah, and what Skits is saying, and if you go to Anki, get a core deck, you can build up that base vocabulary, and then it's really up to you when you want to start reading those books. The more vocabulary you memorize before you start reading, the easier reading will be, because you'll know more words. You won't really like know them because you haven't really seen, like for example, fuzoku can mean customs or traditions I just learned, but also gets explained to me it has another meaning that I wouldn't have known. So yeah, I would honestly just say get your vocabulary up and read Tai Kim's grammar guide. Just get a little bit familiar with the grammar. You don't have to really do a deep dive because grammar is just words for the most part. But yeah, that's my answer for you. Have you watched Komi Can't Communicate? I have. I've watched it. I read the manga. It is such a great series. I love it. It is absolute peak. Yeah. On another note, I did just finish watching Sono Kisekai Koyo Suru or something. I cannot remember it off the top of my head, but My Dress Up Darling. I just finished season 2. Pretty good. I started reading the manga from where it left off. So yeah. And we're back to studying. Let us keep on going. If you guys have questions or anything, drop them in the chat. I will read them occasionally. Saw you. Okay. There's the U. That's the U I was thinking of, not this freaking you right here. Okay. Yeah. We got that. まあさぞかし生きづらいのだろうなと思いながら自分は白湯を飲んでいた。さぞかしさぞを締めた強めた。I can never like I think this is I know this is tsuyoi, but it also okay, cool. Thank you for the example sentences without the readings. I love this. I'm gonna go practice some writing. See y'all later. Okay? See you around, Colts. Thank you for hopping in the stream. Take it easy. 歌詞がついたもの、ものから強める。Okay, cool, cool. Okay. 大騒動になるだろう。By the way, does Colibri use MDX format? I'm not too sure. All I know is that I just dropped my edicts in here and it works magically. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what MDX format is, so I'm probably not the right guy to ask. Maybe someone in chat knows more about that. 生きづらいのだろうなと思いながら自分が白湯を飲んでいた。味がする液体を飲む必要性はあまり感じないので、ティーバッグを入れずにお湯を飲んでいるのだ。シアラさんは、だから僕は結婚してあいつらに文句を言われない人生になりたいんだと言った。金がある相手がいい。僕にはネット企業のアイディアがあるんだ。Probably dropshipping. 真似されたら困るから詳しく説明はできないですけどね。This guy, oh my gosh. Sounds like a tech bro. それに投資 Is this investment? 投資 I think it's 投資 right? Yeah. 投資 or 投資してくれる相手が最高だ。僕のアイデアは必ず成功するし、そうしたら誰も僕に文句をつけられない。That is crazy. EP wing, sorry, yeah, that's what, not edict. EP wing, thank you. Oh my gosh, I knew edict didn't quite feel right. Dang, so this guy is trying to like dropship probably. That's actually a crazy bar though. Oh my god. 店の外にいる白さんの姿に気がついたのは偶然だった。夜誰もいないオフィス街のThis is Hashi? This is like nook or corner Sumi. I'm thinking of Hashiko, which is a totally different kanji, I think. Sumi. Okay. Well, sorry, Sumi, not Sumi. Sumi. 隅に、むっくりとした、影があるので、私は小さい頃あんなだ影送り like the hiding spot or shadow? No, I don't think that's right. What does Cool Every My Beloved say? Hyogen came up on my Anki last few days. It's hard for me to pronounce the word, but it seems like a really useful word to know. Yes, that's a pretty common one. Let's see what... Okay, Sumi. What? I see. Interesting, dude. Hold on. Did I even paste the other kanji in? Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Those are totally different. I don't know why. I think it's just the English meaning. Anywho. Where was I? Ah, yes. Okay. Kageokuri? I think that's just shadows, right? Oh. 10秒週間。10秒間。瞬き。I know that. 瞬きせずに、影を、空見上げると、空に Oh, 影を映って見えるというものです。Oh, interesting. That's so. There's. I can't believe there's a word that's so specific. I guess you know. Kids gotta have their hobbies in Japan. I guess. If they want to look at shadows on the ground and see them up in the sky, that is. I'm not one to say. Okay. 思い出して、目をこすった。血がついてみると、おどおどとした白羽さんが、ビールの Here we go. Hold on. This is just I'm like blanking. Kage. No. Gake. We're cooked. We're cooked. Okay, it is Kage. I'm just doubting myself. Yeah. Also Kage. Okay, that's yeah. I think I was just doubting myself because Kage and then also Kage. Is there like a nuance difference here? We gotta like decipher this right now. Okay. 物が光を遮ったとき、光源と反対の側にできる。側側にできる。そのものの黒い形。light、水面や鏡などに映るそのままの姿。So this can also be used for reflections in the water mirror. 姿そのものの形。Okay, so it can be used for shapes. 今日でないがす。心の中に浮かぶ姿。面影。Okay, so this seems to be more figurative. Let's see if there's the same definitions here. 物事の外から見えない隠れた部分。Interesting. Migaku? This is more like shade. I see. Check Discord, try to send a picture. Bet. Let's see. Woo! Thank you, Skits. 木の陰で休む子供。木でできた影。Oh. So this is shade, this is shadow. Oh. Okay. That's really handy. Thank you. Sheesh. Okay, good to know. Jeez, that is interesting. 腰を This is 褒める? This is to dig, isn't it? To excavate? I just can't recall the reading for this guy. Oh, you don't like conjugations, do you? Okay, well, we'll just take the kanji then. I don't want all the combo readings. Come on. Kutsu. That's not. Is it umeru? It's not always umeru. Kakamu. Kagamu. Is it really kagamu? Oh. 体を前に曲げる。to lean forward. 会釈する。Oh. Interesting. So literally to bow? Is it just ojigi? Or ojiki, sorry. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if it's the same, pretty much the same meaning as that. Well, no, because he's hunched over here. He's not bowing at anyone, sorry. Context. Okay, I see. Interesting. Okay. シラさんは、 受賞を知ろうとしていた女性客が出てくるのを待っているようだった。What a creep, dude. 女性はいつも会社帰りに店に寄って、ドライフルーツを買っていくので、その時間まで、バックルームをうろうろしていると、前に店長が言っていたことを思い出した。To bend over or to bow with that motion. Cool, gotcha. Okay. So not just strictly like an ojiki, like it can be like not in the sense like ore. 白さんは今度こそ、警察呼ばれますよ。私は白さんに、気がつかれないように。Wait, did I just go back a page? I totally did, didn't I? I'm reading backwards. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm like reading backwards. I was like, wait, she's already talking to him. How is she like spying on him again? Oh my gosh. 自分の人生に干渉 Is this interference? 干渉 Okay. It's bent over, but bowing can be derived from that. Yeah, I see. Okay. 干渉してくれる人たちを、嫌っているのにわざわざその人たちに文句を言われないために生き方を選択するんですか？ It's also either yin or yang. Really? You referring to this or something else we looked at? The shade kanji. Oh! Huh, that's cool. Dang, there's a lot of Japanese stuff I gotta get caught up on. それは結局、世界を、全面的に、授業? I feel like I've probably learned this a while ago. We'll see. 授業. Okay, acceptance. That's really handy to know, actually. Okay. 授業することなので、不思議に思ったが、僕はもう疲れたんだと白羽さんが言うのでは、うなずいた。疲れるのは、日ごり的ですね。Is that like, before I look this up, 矛盾なこと？No. 矛盾。I'm just gonna just say 矛盾なこと。日ごり的。Oh, it's not even in here. I guess we'll just take a 合理的。Rational. So irrational. Okay, I thought it was 矛盾。Interesting. 論理にかなっている様。今週や迷信にとらわれない様。目的にやっていて無駄のない様。Okay. Makes sense. 結婚しただけで文句を言われないから、手早くて合理的ですね。13 seconds. 簡単に言わないでください。女と違って、男はそれだけじゃ、文句を言われるんだよ。社会に出ていなければ、就職しろ。就職すればもっと金を稼げ。金を稼げば、嫁をもらって、子孫を作れ。ずっと世界に。Oh, it's break time. It's break time. 言われるよんだ。Listen, man. I wanted to read the frick out of that sentence, and the words were not coming out. It is the same issue where I need to just not read so fast. All right. Whew. How are we feeling? Are you guys actually sabaku? Are you guys actually reading along, or are you guys doing your own studying? What are you guys getting up to right now? Me personally, I'm enjoying the reading. If you guys want to see me study, read something else, let me know. But was eating dinner. What did you have for dinner? I'm curious now. I guess I can also switch to this. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Up close and personal. Burrito wrap. You're making me want to get Chipotle after this. I might have to. Sorry in advance for the coming long question. What I really meant was while I read a shosetsu, I mostly don't get the vocab and the grammar. So what I do is copy the sentence to Google Translate. I see. Yeah. So what I've been doing is at this point with this book, this is Konbini Ningen. It's not like a super duper hard novel, honestly. It may look intimidating for someone who hasn't gotten tipped their toes yet, like into kanji and stuff. I know enough words so where if I look up the meaning of one word, I can, you know, it fills in the gaps for the sentences. But before you get to that point, what you want to do is pick out content that matches your vocabulary level. And instead of Google translating everything, what you can do is then like use things like Yomitan. And actually, I will, since it counts as studying, I'll show you what I mean here in a second. We'll go ahead and switch to a Japanese article on NHK, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But what you can do is, you know, you can actually do OCR, which is you take a picture of your book and then copy the text somewhere, and then use like Yomi-chan on it on your browser. There's like just like clipboard websites you can do, or you can use just put it straight into Anki. Or my favorite is Migaku. I am an affiliate, but you can try it out for free. If you go to my link, you get a free month, and if you vibe with it and you have money to spend, then do it. And if not, I'm not trying to take your money, so I'll show you though how you can do it. So you get a rough translation, copy it to AI, mostly GPT, to break down each grammar and vocab. Go to dictionary, get the reading of the unknown words, and the reading sentence, and moving on. What an absolute cutie! Thank you, Santa. Yeah, as gets said, when you Google Translate, you aren't understanding the Japanese. You're just getting a native language transition, so you're not reading in Japanese, so it's fake dopamine slappa. Yeah, I mean, I would honestly say that, like, yeah, as gets said, I mean, that you're really on track. I just think when you do incorporate the Google Translate section, it kind of takes that pressure off of you to try to force yourself to read or internalize the readings of the kanji. You may get the readings, but then when you Google Translate and then you're like, okay, I get the sentence, it could come off as maybe white noising, where you understand the sentence now because it's been translated to you, but in essence, you're not really like truly piecing apart the sentence, getting the words, how the structure fits together to form the sentence that was given to you by ChatGPT. No shade to ChatGPT. It's literally a language learning model. So it's the thing it does best is literally languages. Sorry, I just spat there. Hopefully you guys didn't see that, and I just called it out, so now it doesn't even matter. But yeah, Google Translate does a lot of stuff wrong, especially names. I've noticed that too. I actually, whenever I find a Japanese name, I'll look up, like in the book, I'll like look up the name on Google and then just add like Yomikata after. Hey there, Jared. Hope all is well with you today. Hey, Helpmeister. How are you doing today, my friend? I hope everything's well with you too, homie. Thank you for tuning in. 30 seconds. I am actually excited to show y'all. For those of you who need it, of course, or would like to see, just like how I do my mining setup. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Sweet. All right. I'm going to open Anki. I haven't opened Anki in like months, dude. Try to understand the sentence as it is. This is true. If your end goal is to understand Japanese and speak with Japanese people, or at least understand it the way a Japanese person would, you know, you're going to need to try that. You only get better at understanding Japanese for what it is by consuming it as it is. So, yeah. You have a dictionary for names and stuff? That is smart. I should be doing that. You've been using Line more recently. Nice, dude. Nice. Well, it is time to study. So, unfortunately, you guys have to see this. Ooh. Look at all of that. I have so much. I haven't touched this in a while. The reason I opened this is I did want to show you all a free way. Like, I know I'm like a Migaku mouthpiece, but I do love it. But I do want to show you guys also like a free way to save words in sentence mine. What if you use AI to explain the sentence in Japanese. That's true. You could ask it to explain Japanese in a way that an N5 learner would understand it, and then N4, and then 3, and so on and so forth. Migaku Glazer, no hate, of course. Yeah, I mean, before they reached out to sponsor me, I'd always been a big fan of it. I tried it out before kind of burning out from Japanese because I wasn't like at a point where I was comfortable immersing, but I tried to anyways. I was like trying to watch One Piece and Sword Art Online and Death Note when I was like, I hadn't even passed the N3 at this point. So, you know, you could probably see how that was a little moody. So, yeah. So one of my favorite sites when I was prepping for the M3 is NHK News Web Easy. It's really nice. It uses like around N3 level, and it'll throw in the occasional spicy words. But yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't have prior knowledge like an English version that I already know. And how can I use that I already know? What and how can I try to context it? Yeah, that's fair. I think I don't know how many words you know, if you could guesstimate, but if you do a deck that like gives you the most common, like Core 2K, for example, let's say you know the 2,000 most common Japanese words, there's going to be a set amount of content that you can read and understand, let's just say 80 to 90%, and there's your context. You don't need English for that 80 to 90%, because you already know it in Japanese, and that last 10% are going to be words that you don't know the meaning of, but you can look up their definition in English, but you have the rest of the Japanese sentence that you already know for context. So that's where it comes from. The context comes from getting a solid foundation of Japanese grammar and vocabulary knowledge, and using that as your sort of foundation to build on top of. But yeah, as I was saying here, we'll just go ahead and let me get Yomi-tan turned on, and let me turn, I think Migaku's off. It is, okay. Let's actually just read an NHK article right now. So, influenza, 去年より5週間早く流行 or 流行る, but there's no 流, so it's 流行, which is to spread, either for trends or diseases. インフルエンザになる人が増えています。労政、something say 労働省は厚生厚生 so I'll probably save that, and I'll show you that in a second. 三つか I always get my like the first few days of the month wrong still. インフルエンザになる人が増えて流行が始まったと言いました。去年より5週間早く始まりました。今までで2番目に早くなっています。特に多いのは沖縄県です。沖縄県です。東京都やI wanna say, 鹿児島 Yeah, 鹿児島県、福岡県などでも多くなっています。I already forgot. 小生厚生労働省は、手をよく洗ったり、マスクをしたりして、うつらないように気をつけてほしいと言っています。そしてワクチンを受けることを考えるように言っています。Okay. So Nate, let's just say, for me, right? I understood the words in this sentence, right? I know that this is the third day of the month. This is influenza になる人. So になる influenza になる人 is for people getting influenza. 増えて to increase. Now you shouldn't be translating sentences in English on a word by word basis like this, but I'm just doing it for this example. 流行が始まったと言いました. So I already know that 始まった means that something started, and 言いました they said. So these guys said this. These guys said that on the 3rd, the people getting influenza are rising, and it has started to 流行 to spread around. So those guys said it. Now, I don't know who these guys are. I don't know this word, but I know everything here. So what I can do is add this to Anki, and my mind cards aren't set up. But essentially, I can probably go through one of my mind cards. Let's hope it's not a weird card. Do I even have? Yeah, here we go. So what's going to happen is it's going to be a single word on the front that I don't know or that I'm learning, and then it'll have the whole sentence, and optimally I should know everything in that sentence except for that one word. Okay, so here actually I'm doing, okay. I don't like doing this anymore. I like doing the word first and then the sentence. If I know the word, I'll just skip the card or pass it because it's, time. I think the word here was social, which is like to sue or like a lawsuit. 彼らはその訴訟の、当事者であった。And it's not displaying correctly. But if I go to browse, you can see here, I have a definition. Oh, it's 当事者. Okay, so it's the people who are getting sued, I'm pretty sure. Or who are involved in an incident. Yeah, so I have the definition for only the word I don't know. You can see this in other ones too. Hopefully, let's see if I actually have a card that previews correctly. There we go. Yeah. So パイ吉を作って、冷蔵庫に、寝かせて忘れてしまった。忘れてました。So kichi here, it can mean cloth or it can mean like dough. So I knew it as cloth because of, I actually don't know where I learned it is cloth from, but I didn't know it as dough. I kept reading it as like namachi or namaki or something, so I wanted to save it. So I knew this word, like I knew what pie is. I didn't know this. I know this is skuru to make, reizoko is refrigerator. Nekaseru is to leave something, and wasureru is to forget. So it's kind of this thing where you read, if you see a sentence where you know all the words but not one, then you know. No pitch GG. I know. Back when I was using Anki, I started color coding some of these. I think so, like blue was Heiban, red was Atamadaka, and I think orange is Nakadaka, and then this would show what Mora it drops on. So その無邪気な笑顔が私には眩しかった. I know that's probably not the right pitch accent for the sentence, wide pitch accent, but yeah. So that'd be my recommendation for you, Nate, is just like, if you haven't already, feel comfortable with your vocabulary count, try to work it up a bit, and start with like easy content, because you have to start somewhere. If you want to start reading, you can also read whatever you want. I'm just saying that if you do read some harder stuff that maybe your vocabulary is not like wide enough for, extensive enough for, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time. Now, the other tool that I switched to recently, and I'm just going to show them because I'm not saying to go buy this. I'm just saying this is what I use. This is what it looks like. It's like I know influenza. So here it's the same deal. I look here. This is like the Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. So I can just make a card like that, and you'll see it's gonna do its thing here, and it adds it to my mind deck. So it's a little bit easier. I mean, honestly, once you get your Anki and Yomitan set up to do that for free, it's also pretty much just as easy. It's just more, Arigato skits. Low-hanging fruit, my friend. Yeah. My note tie does that automatically. When I flip the card to be a certain color, that's pretty nice. What is this? Ryukobyo. Yeah. It's not epic. But yeah. So yeah, there's these sites like these. Like, this is nice, easy news. Then we go to NHK, like their actual website. Now this is going to be a little harder. But here's the same article. This is the same exact article, except you're going to see it is a little more overwhelming, right? There are quite a few big words in here. It's like, we go here. This is nice and short. This is made for like middle to elementary schoolers and also foreigners studying Japanese. It's a good website. Me and my friends would read it when we were like kind of grinding. But yeah, so you can see here, like, it's the same information. There's just more details, more graphs. Yeah, there's more statistics down here, right? So yeah, it's really, there's going to be content of all levels depending on where you're at. But it's just trying to find a good balance. Pitch. Okay. Struggle to bring up kanji word while speaking Japanese. Got any advice? Every time I see a word here, I know it immediately, but remembering the word during output is hard. You just need to, I mean, that's a good question. I think if you find yourself actively searching for the word because you know that it's somewhere in there, like you have an idea of it, but you just can't quite formulate it, you're on the right track. I think you just need to practice. So like for words that you find useful that you want to use in conversation, note them down and try actually speaking them in those conversations and get used to it. But essentially, you just need to internalize them more. So it is going to be a lot more heavy input. Just output and immerse more. Yeah. That is, yes, Skits is right on the money with that. Okay. Sorry, I yapped like this whole study session. So let's read this page and then we'll take our nice long break. Where were we? Yeah, we read that. 逆れ続ける、気楽な女と一緒に、しないでください。不機嫌そうに、白羽さんがいい。それでは全然解決じゃない解決しないじゃないですか。I gotta sabakare. Sorry. Thank you, Skits. Sabakare. Oh gosh. Polar Bee, why do you test my patience like this, dude? Thank you. Yeah, wait, why didn't I just type that? Oh my god. Thanks, Skits. What? Okay. Yeah, it just hates me. That's fine. Oh wait, I have my Migaku dictionary here. What am I doing? No way. What? Does it just do either just not have? I'm sorry, what? Is it just not in any of my dictionaries? Okay. No, that's so, oh my god. I'm so shocked right now. There's sabaki. Sabaku koto. So you have sabaku, but you don't. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you, Skits. That is ridiculous. I don't know why I had to do so much prying to get this. Oh, is this using Saiban? Saibanjo? I see. To judge. Okay. Sabakare suzukeru. 気楽な女と一緒にしないでください。Okay, I gotcha. 不機関そうに白羽さんがいい。それでは全然解決しないじゃないんですか？意味ないのではと言ったが、白羽さんは、それには答えずに、熱心に喋り続けた。僕はいつからこんなに世界が間違っているのか調べたくて、歴史上を読んだ。明治、江戸、平安、いくら逆らう Probably not. What's this? Time to doubt myself. 遡る流れを遡っていく。逆戻りして。Okay. I will rechat here in a sec. Let me see if I can get a little bit here. Yeah, 遡っても、世界は間違ったままだった。縄文時代時代まで、we literally just did the 遡っても、白羽さんが、テーブルを揺らし、ジャスミンティーがコップから溢れた。溢れる。Well, no, it is 溢れた。Sorry. Or is it こぼれる? I think it's こぼれた in this sense. But it can also be read as 溢れる. I think it's こぼれる. That's my final answer. Final answer, I'm logging that in. Okay. Sweet. We can take a bit of a longer break. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Also, guys, I'm gonna say the YouTuber line, but if you are here and you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, it would mean a lot. Just kind of helps put this video in front of other Japanese learners trying to get into the stream. So the more likes we have, the more people it gets put in front of. So yeah, give it a like if you're enjoying, and if you're not, then give it a thumbs down. I'm really good either way. It's good to have honest feedback. It can be read as afureru or koboreru. Okay. Getting a, what was the word? Path to kind of know what's going on so that when I read the sentence again, I could at least remember what the word meant. Without that is almost drowning. I also do try to comprehend the sentence by myself before going to translation. So I think I'm doing what's good said, but getting the feel of it. Yeah, that's good. I think the more that you read and consume Japanese, you'll get a better feel and things will be much more clearly understood. You read it koboreta here though. That makes sense. Because afureru is pouring over in a sense, but koboreru is, yeah, I can see how the nuance is a little bit different here. Yeah, the thing is, like, you get to the point where you, like, you know, for stuff you're reading, you get the vibe of it, right? Like, I'm reading these sentences here, I do understand it pretty clearly, like, I feel good. But, yeah. Then there's the cases, though, like, there's content that you clearly understand, you get everything, you get the nuances, you understand all the words, how they work together, and there's others where you know the words and you generally can follow along, but it's still a little hazy. So I think in that case, as you keep reading and consuming those words, you know, you have more and more words that come to you more clearly when you're reading. Like, it takes no effort to parse them in the sentence. And with that, when you hear maybe the English version of the word or some, you know, general idea, it's easier for that word to pop up in your brain. So, yeah. Afureru, ippai ni natte koboreru. Right, yeah, but in this case, I see what you're saying, because in this case, he hit the table or shook the table and then it spilled over. It's not that it got super full and spilled over. It's that it literally just tipped a little bit. Gotcha. Okay. That's cool. See, like, let's get to showing here. Like, it's cool. Like, there's these different words and nuances. Like, this kanji can be read two different ways. I even touched on this in one of my other videos. Is daku and idaku. I think those are both written as the same kanji. And idaku, I think, is to harbor more like a feeling of something towards someone or about something. Whereas daku, I think, can also be more figurative, but it's usually used literally to hug. So that's why you have like dakimakura, which is hug pillows. They're the body pillows. Very important word to know, by the way. Please, dakimakura, body pillow, if you don't know it already. It's a really useful word. So, yeah. By the way, what's special about Reiwa? Are arrows really that serious? I would ask Skits over here. Man knows his arrows, knows about the history more. I do actually want to read I do want to read some history at some point. I think once my Japanese is a little better, I want to, like, I say that I should just start immersing in stuff I want. I want to get into like some military anime, and there's also like the I don't know the either title, but it's that really hard anime. There's like these I'll just look it up on JPDB. It's a space one. It's like the hardest one, but it also just looks really good. Yeah. Stuff like this. I want to get more into like military vocabulary and then learn more about like also Japanese history. Not just from a war sense. Oh, yeah. Like both of these. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. But I don't know. What about you guys? What are you guys trying to learn Japanese for? Do you guys have an end goal? Like, do you want to live in Japan? Do you just want to watch Japanese without, watch anime without subs? Or do you want to watch Japanese subs? Or are you guys just filling up your free time? Because me personally, I'll start off and say my goal is, I don't know if I want to live in Japan ever. I would like to get like a besso there. A vacation home would be pretty cool. But, that takes money. And I am a poor little boy. I'm like 5 years old, and don't have a lot of money to spend right now. But yeah, I think I just want to form deeper like bonds with my Japanese friends, and like I have a host family there that I kind of consider family at this point. They're really sweet. I don't know. I just kind of got tired of feeling like these awkward pauses, or like telling that we both wanted to talk about more stuff or get deeper into conversations, but we couldn't because of my limited vocabulary in Japanese and theirs in English. So I don't know. It'd be cool to learn Japanese to a super high level where like I don't have to pause or feel awkward and can talk about anything with anyone. I just feel like you'd be able to connect with so many more people. It opens a lot of doors. But yeah. Hey, Emil Kolze, how's it going, dude? Skid says I learned Japanese to fuel my autism. You know, valid. Chirumo says to become better at conversing with people, watch anime and movies. Spend some time in Japan without using translations and also be able to interact with people effortlessly. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. And while I got people here, I will tell you, I'm going to Japan next month. So if there's any content you guys want to see, anything you want me to do, let me know. And yeah, make that happen. I know what's on the docket right now is I'm going with my family. And oh man, so they're relying on me for all the translating, which is fine. I lived in Japan for a few months, so it's just really like nichijou, just casual everyday stuff. But I have to rent a car. I have to drive it from Nagoya to Tokyo, to Mount Fuji, or Nagoya to Mount Fuji to Tokyo to Nagoya, which is great. I love driving, so I'm just a little nervous, but I think it's gonna be fine. It's just that, you know, the roads in Japan are opposite from how they are in America, and last time I rented a car, I almost crashed it pulling out of the rental lot. I pulled out and I was driving on the left side, on the right side. I was driving however I drive in America, and this car was coming straight towards me, and I was honking at them. And I was like, what a dum-dum. Why is this guy driving on the wrong side? And I realized it was me. The guy swerved over and moved for me, and then my face turned red. I realized what I did wrong, and I switched over immediately, man. But ooh, and there were a lot of Bazans running red lights. I was driving through the countryside, and I saw I think within an hour, I saw 4 elderly women just the light was red for them. It turned red and mine turned green. And I saw someone zoom in. So I waited 5 seconds. And this happened 5 times. They just ran the reds. If I went, I would have gotten hit. And since I'm a gaijin, it probably would have just been my fault automatically. Because, you know, I am actually a bad driver in Japan. But I like to think I'm a pretty safe one in America. I'm great. How are you? Doing good. Happy to be streaming. Happy to be talking with you guys. For those of you tuning in and you're like, wait a minute, he's not studying. We are taking a little chat break, and then we'll do 3 more study sessions and see how we're feeling. Yeah. Also, hey Jared, hey Kix, welcome to the stream. Learning Japanese to go study abroad in a couple years. Nice. Do you have a plan on where you want to study abroad? Like anywhere specific in Japan? Any school that you want to go to? Sam says, not sure about living there, but I'll consider that later because I'm studying to make friends and work there. Nice. Do you have a dream company that you want to work at? I don't know what field you're in. Nate, thank you. Also, this math takes a lot of time, but at least even after a long time when I read the sentence again, I could at minimum remember what the word means sometimes with reading. That's fair. And also, there is no fast way to learn Japanese. You're going to see videos of these guys who've gotten... A good example is the Doth. He's a cool guy. I look up to him, but he got a 160 out of 180 on the N1 in 15... I can remember if it's 15 or 18 months. But like a year and a half-ish. Man, he's such a cool guy. But he was reading... He has some days where he'd read 10 hours. This guy was so dedicated, right? I've had days where I read 5 hours, and that's a lot for me. But other days I'm reading 1 to 2 hours, and sometimes even just 30. And then I'm watching or listening to stuff. But my point is that you're going to see videos of these people who learn Japanese to fluency super fast. And these people have a lot of free time, a lot of time to dedicate to studying the language. Whereas some of us, I work full time. I can only dedicate so much. I already have 40 hours of my week dedicated to work, more hours to sleeping, working out, right? We have hobbies. We need to take care of our bodies. So there's only so much time you can dedicate to Japanese. So it's going to make people other people who don't have as much time to dedicate, it's going to make them feel a little, if you start comparing yourself to that, and you're why am I not progressing this fast? It can be demotivating. So just keep that in mind if you see stuff like that. Because there's no fast way to learn Japanese. There's just consistent ways to learn Japanese, ways to keep yourself motivated without burning out. But, yeah. You said not sure. Depends which universities my university has deals with, but preferably Tokyo Uni or one in Kyoto. That'd be sick. I love Kyoto. If you end up in Kyoto, you need to go. There's like a tea house there. They like it's all matcha. They have like matcha noodles. They have like a matcha like parfait. It's so I know it's like the most foreigner touristy sounding thing ever, but it's really cool. And they do like sado or like tea ceremonies there, which I think are pretty cool. But yeah. Did you ever watch a Language Lord video on how he learned French and Spanish quickly? I thought that was interesting, at least in regards to speaking. I have not actually. I think I've heard of Language Lord. I just haven't really watched any of his videos though, but I'll have to check it there. Maybe something related to commerce or accounting. Maybe I get good at sketching, and by that then I'll consider, concept artist. That'd be pretty cool. You like the matcha there? Drink so much matcha in Kyoto. Yeah, I brought back a matcha set, like well, I guess I should say my fiance has like this really nice like matcha from Kyoto, and then like the brush, of course, and like to filter it. So she'll make us like matcha every morning, which is it's really good. But I got to get myself a set here now that I'm kind of jealous. Anywho, yeah, multiple bags of it. Yes, and that is valid. What concerns me is that I'm going the opposite direction rather than why am I not progressing fast enough? Yeah. I mean, if your study method is just like translating or putting like sentences into AI and then asking it to break it down, that's one thing. You're understanding how sentences work, but when you're trying to expand your vocabulary, that's going to be a whole other thing. I think you in your case, you might want to dedicate a set amount of time or activity to specifically tunneling in on that vocabulary. So, for example, let's say you get Anki. I don't know if you have an Android or an iPhone. It's $25 on iPhone, which I hate, but you can also just save the website on your home screen for free. If you have Android, it's free, and if you have a computer, it's free. But if you already do have Anki, you have Android? Okay, cool. Yeah, you get Anki for free then. So yeah, there's a Core 2K, 6K. So my recommendation to a lot of people starting out is to just speedrun this without burning yourself out, right? What this does is it gets you a solid foundation of Japanese vocabulary, right? So if you think about it like this, you're using it. Okay, you're using Anki. Are you going through the Core 2K, 6K? Yeah, this is true. Like Skit said, there are a lot of words I don't know in English. Like, I don't know. I don't really read books in English anymore because I want to focus on Japanese. But like, a word will come up like in my English daily life and I don't know it, or I think I know it, but I can't explain it. So it's like I'm still learning English, right? I'm still learning English, even though it's my native language. There are words I don't know, but I'm not setting out to study English. Like, I'm comfortable with where I'm at. So like Skits is saying here, you're not going to hurt at a certain point and go, well, I'm done learning. You're going to be learning for the rest of your life. Enjoy your own pace. This is very true for people who are so dedicated to learning Japanese, right? Once you get to a point where you feel like you can function in Japan, maybe that's not enough for you. Maybe you want to keep going, right? So, if let's say hypothetically, if my Japanese were to get to the same level as my English, which would be really cool, the words I don't see, or the words I see in Japanese I don't know, are gonna bug me more than the words I don't know in English. Because for me, I tried harder. I consciously tried harder to learn Japanese than I did my native language, English. So in that sense, that sense of not being done learning the language is gonna bother probably most of us, including me, a lot more in Japanese than in our native languages, right? Whatever that may be. You said you're already using it, kind of you're mining your own. That's good. My one thing I would say is that when you start mining from zero, it's good, but you're gonna mine a lot of super duper common words, and it might be a little overwhelming. What the Core 2K deck does is it takes you from mining, I don't know, let's just say you had a page on a novel. It takes you from mining like 30 to 40 words a page down to maybe like 10, depending on what you're reading. Now, those are just made up numbers, but essentially, if you know a lot of common words, then you don't have to worry about mining those. If you know them, you can kind of just be like, yeah, I know those words. I can focus on the more specialized vocabulary. Yeah. Hey, my friend, have a great stream. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for tuning in. Julian says, sorry. I've been studying Japanese and I have the N3. I'm going next year on a working holiday visa. Nice. Oh, well, congratulations. That's awesome. What are you going to be doing for work? And how long are you going to be there? Is that a year? Sure, I do enjoy the process rather than the goal. For sure, that is important. Hey Jared, do you recommend studying vocab on your own, vocabulary, and then using it to form sentences on your own? I would say probably not. I don't know if this is going against the grain here or not, but my sort of ideology is like, as you see here, the core 2K. That's for me is learning vocabulary. So once you've learned the common 2,000 words, you can start trying to build sentences based off of, you know, the grammar that you know. But I think if you've just studied grammar but not really like how sentence structure should be, or haven't really immersed, then like if you're not too familiar with how to actually construct Japanese sentences, you might build bad habits early on by just using words you know, but you may not be familiar with the grammar, or you might get in the habit of using a particle in the wrong place. Like I still mix up my was and gas. I did the other night. So yeah, you can build up bad habits. So for me, what it is once you learn vocabulary, right, through these Anki decks, then you can start building on it, right? You're still learning vocabulary the whole time, of course, but it's like, I recommend that through immersion, you sentence mine, right? You save sentences that have one unknown word. You can read the sentences on your flashcards if you want, but if you know the word and you've seen how it's used through your immersion, that's what's going to do the most of the heavy lifting. Then you'll learn, like, toyu is like something, like called something, right? Or we'll learn like, I don't know, ni irarenai, like it can't be this way, right? Other things like that, like where certain words would go in a sentence and what, you know, how things come together. So my recommendation overall, that was a super long answer, so I'm sorry. Let me TLDR it really quick. I don't recommend trying to form sentences with just studying vocabulary. I recommend doing a ton of immersion, and the comment just popped up from Skits here. Immersion is important even for speaking. I recommend doing a ton of immersion, supplementing that with Anki, so that you get a feel for how Japanese sentences flow, and then you'll be able to build your sentences as naturally as possible. So hopefully that answers your question. Sorry again, that was still pretty long. Suzuka says, I came by to say hi and remembered I only have 30 minutes left to write my reflection on my last class. Your last class. Congrats, dude. Well, thank you for coming by and saying hi in this busy time of yours. I appreciate it. And good luck in writing your reflection. Skit says, you'll never make a sentence on your own. You don't know the language. You can't make your own sentences. You'll be repeating sentence structures you've heard natives say, which is why immersion is important even for speaking. Yeah, I mean, also, even in your native language, like, the stuff that I'm saying right now in English is probably, like, there's phrases, there's ways people talk that I've picked up on. It's not that I'm a psychopath or sociopath and I'm not human and I'm trying to, like, mimic everyone around me, but it's just, like, there's mannerisms, right? You grew up around certain people, you have different ways of talking. We see this in America, too. I won't get too much into it, but, like, you know, my guy friends have a different way of talking, and, you know, it's just... Yeah, it's the same in Japanese or any other foreign language you're learning, is as you immerse in it, you're going to hear certain phrases, things come up a lot, especially if you watch like a certain YouTuber. They may have a certain way of talking, a catchphrase, maybe a funny kujiguse that you just kind of start using yourself. So that's why people say to get like a shadowing partner, which is just like someone you mimic, like one person, because they have the most, you know, each person has their own consistent way of talking. So if you want to sound like someone in your target language, then it's kind of where people lean towards. Shima says, I mix them up so often in Japan. I used to only do Anki, and that would just be my learning for the day. I'm trying to stay away from Anki on its own and immerse more. Yeah, I had the same exact issue. I remember when I was in university, and I think some of my friends are actually in here watching, but also, hi, Fizzy the Grim Reaper. Hello, welcome to the stream. Be right back after 30 minutes. Okay, Sazoku. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. We will get back to studying soon. I just want to respond to chat. Yeah, so in university, I was doing... I mean, I'll just show you my Anki decks again. Let's see. If it opens. I don't care about the Migaku add-on. Because I was grinding for the JLPT. I was also immersing. I had a sentence mining deck. I also was learning kanji. I was learning grammar points. Look at all of these Japanese decks here. I mean, this is, you know, all of this. So I was averaging, actually, I can probably go back in time and see my stats. All history. Oh, let me not do mine sentences. Let me just do my Japanese deck so I can show you. Yeah. Trying to see my reviews. I honestly haven't. It's not backlog. Okay, no, this is accurate. Yeah, so I wish I could zoom in here a bit more. Essentially, though, I had a lot of reviews. This is a 20 in over 20 days. 6,000. Yeah, I was averaging 300 to 400 reviews a day, which I know isn't crazy for some of us in this chat. But yeah, when you think about doing that on top of schoolwork, on top of working out, on top of socializing, on top of eating healthy, and also just, I don't know, learning Japanese and living a normal life in college, like, that's a lot. If you do that much Anki, because my mind was Anki. I was like, oh, Anki means memorization in Japanese. So this is the way I need to memorize everything and I'll be fluent. And I neglected immersion because every time I tried to immerse, there was a lot of unknown stuff. And I was like, I'm just not doing enough Anki. And so, yeah, I'm glad you're picking up on that and that you're trying to focus more on immersion, though. That's great. Wait, my sensei just told me what Kujiguse means. So glad that I recognize it. There we go. Perfect. Nate says, got you. If it's common, then I would know them, but with pure immersion with words like, wow. I don't know if I even know that word. It's top 40,600 in JPDB. Jinsu. I see. With 0% for anime, which makes it rare, so it's better to use it for rather than the common. Yeah, that is true. It's a really important word to know, I think. And I mean, I don't know it yet, but I guess now I do. Depends on what you watch, right? Like if I'm, like, I don't think I've heard the word labor in English. I haven't heard it in a while. But that's because I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. I'm not at a hospital. I don't work. It depends on your lifestyle, right? So, yeah. Depends on your, like, what you're immersing with. Sam says, hi, I've been using Wanikani for kanji and recently started using Boom Pro for grammar. I want to start doing some actual reading. Do you have any recommendations? So it depends on your level. I would say, in terms of novels, let me go get one. Also, let's get nice and cozy here. 1 second. Okay. また同じ夢を見ていた. But yeah, Tadoku, just read a lot to get better at reading, right? So then I know your question is like, what content should I watch? Read, sorry. You don't watch books, but yeah, this is Sumi no Yoru's Mata Onaji Yume o Mite ita. I won't get too much about the details of the book, but it's slightly above N2, N3 level, I'd say. It's a really nice read. It's a little emotional, but it's a real page turner, I'll say. So the main character is like a young girl and she's trying to figure out, I don't want to talk about it too much, but it's a good book. Like, I think you'd like it. Yes, I recommend this. You can also go to Aozora Bunko. They have a lot of older books online for free. We'll put it in the chat. The site is in Japanese. I don't think there's a way to translate it, but it's more practice for you. Maybe you can just change it to .en. I don't know. But yeah, so you can search books on there. They've got stuff on there by Natsume Soseki, for example. He's a good one. But yeah, and if you do want to just start like reading non-books like stuff, then I would recommend NHK Easy. This is stuff written for Japanese elementary schoolers, middle schoolers, and foreigners studying Japanese. This is the news. So you can see here, this is probably a little bit of a harder article, but like they're pretty short and sweet. You know, you've got some kanji here, byoki, gen. This is, I don't know what this is, germs? I don't know, yeah. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool for sure. That's another one I recommend, of course. I forgot they're doing NHK1. So I'll paste that in. But yeah, those are my recommendations. If you do try those out, let me know. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Still a beginner on N4. I got you. Yeah. Are all those suspended leeches? Every time a card becomes a leech, I cry inside of it. Great question. I had recognition and recollection cards, and I realized that recollection cards are kind of a waste of time for me. So I tried to delete them, but then they deleted my other cards, my recognition cards, because they're somehow linked. I couldn't figure it out. So I had to like suspend a ton of recollection cards so I could still only do my recognition cards. It was the weirdest thing. So like, I could probably show you. Do I want to keep opening Anki though? No shade against Anki. It pains me to see these big numbers because I haven't used it in so long. No, let me see. Uzai, boring. Huh? Oh, I suspended a bunch of. I think this is so Matome. I was trying to suspend stuff here when I was grinding. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the front seat's in English, and then I have to try and recall it here. But it's actually good words. I should. What deck was this? I know. Interesting. So yeah. I know the leeches are. Yeah, I don't suspend cards. What reason would you suspend one? If you know it well, if it's one you don't want to learn. Yeah, exactly. One I don't want to learn, or if it's like it's just the way the deck was built. I don't vibe with like half of the deck because it's recollection, and I'd rather not really train myself on that right now. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Nate, for the word. That's true, Skits. You should know, Jinsu. Nice, nice. Okay. I know it's something weird to ask, but to avoid any conflicts with my teacher, Hayai and Hayai, what's the difference? The kanji, I mean. Yeah, so the first one, I think it's the other way around. The first one is early. The first one you sent means early. I'm sure someone already, yeah, Skits is already explaining it. Yeah. If I may say, if you don't have a JLPT coming up, don't even look at it. Don't quantify yourself using JLPT, which is a half language test. Yes, I did make a video on this because they dropped the CEFR chart, the JLPT organization. So CEFR, for anyone unfamiliar, is a common European framework something. So basically, it's like, here's how good you are at the language based on a few things. Reading, okay. Listening, yeah. And also writing and speaking. And it's like, hold on. The JLPT does not test you on that. So, I don't know. That kind of irked me. Because it's like, how are you calculating these? And why is it that someone who gets the same score on the N3 and someone who gets the same score on the N2, one of the biggest gaps in the JLPT, how are they both, was it B2 or something? Was it B1? I can't remember, but they're both like the same CEFR level, which is like, I don't know. It's just so inconsistent. I hope that organizations and companies don't start relying on that. I think someone commented, though, like, if you're going to get interviewed, they're going to know how good you are at Japanese. They're going to know how good you can speak. Like, it's fine. It just kind of bugged me. But yeah, that's totally valid, Nate. I don't have a JLPT coming up. I'm taking one next winter. I'm going to try to Monten the N1. We're going to see, though. I got to get a ton of reading in, ton of listening, ton of mining. I passed the N2. I got a 124 out of 180 on it. So, you know, it's a little grim. My listening did the best. I got like a 54 or something on the listening section. But, ooh, my grammar was bad. Oh, it was so bad. Oh. I just found out you have a Discord server. Joined it. Welcome. Thanks for joining the server, man. Ashi ga hayai and asa ga hayai both work, but asa hayai only work. Okay. That's good. Yeah, ashi. There we go. I was going to say. Ashi ga hayai and ashi ga hayai. Hayai works for asa hayai. Yeah. Ganbatte. You too, Nate. I was going to do N5 in December. But a bit late now. Plus, I don't think my reading's good enough yet. Yeah, I mean, there's always next year. And maybe, who knows, maybe you grind enough and you're like, I'm going to take N4. Having a certificate doesn't get you a job or expectations to be good in your interview. It's just a way to weed out the people. Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder, do you think, I'm sure they probably look at kanken. If you put your kanken as well, like your kanji kanken, as well as your like JLPT, I'm sure that would differentiate you a bit more as well. If you had like a lineup of 10 JLPT1 passers, and then some guy who did EQ. I bet that guy would stand out a bit, but I don't know. I think they're practice tests, so I think I'll do them in December, January, and see. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Sweet. Okay, well, let's get back into reading. So asahayai means like this asahayai, asabayai, but asahayai is like early morning. Asagahayai means the morning is early, which I don't. Yeah. Asagahayai, the morning is fast. Yeah, like literally means the morning is fast. Nihongo's weird. Nihongo's weird, dude. But yeah. Yeah, everyone comment your least favorite Japanese word. Actually, I don't know. It's hard for me. Like in English, I have some like least favorite words like cholesterol and butter. I don't know why. They just make me feel gross. Even natives have a hard time in level 2 of the Kanken, so it does give you a good push in the competition. All right, good to know. Man, I don't know if I'd ever. I kind of want. I'm curious about the Kanken. I think it'd be cool to take, but that's like a whole other beast. I should probably focus more on the actual language first. But yeah. Okay, let's get reading. Let's get back into studying. We got to see what happens with Shiraha in Konbini Ningen. We got to read some Peak. So let's do this. Let's get back onto the screen here. Let's start our timer up again. Once again, if you guys have questions, anything else you want to see me read, let me know in the chat. And yeah. If you also, guys, don't feel pressure to like literally study with me and read with me. If you guys have your own study materials and you just want to stick on the timer, go for it. I still got 15 minutes of studying, 5-minute break, and 3 more study sessions. Let's start. Okay, session 4 out of 3. Hold on. There we go. I was like, the math's not mathin'. Okay, let's get back to it. 簡単じゃなかったんは簡単じゃないよ. That is fair. It's a very nice way of putting it. Been getting more into been seeing more like tsukomi and like oyaji gyaga in some stuff I've been reading, so it's fun. I think did I cover this one? I might have covered this one in one of my YouTube shorts. Is like arumikan no ue ni aru mikan. It's like a mikan, like an orange on an aluminum can. Or is it the other way? Ski ga ski. I like to ski. Yeah, there's a few. Also, just like arigato. There are 10 ants. Just weird. Vice Sensei loved, like, she'd set up that story about like counting ants. She loved that one. Like, I don't know, she just absolutely laughed. Japanese people have a really cool sense of humor. It's interesting. But yeah. So we read that. Yep. Jomon Jidai. Yep. I'm trying to remember where we left off. I think somewhere like here. 縄文時代と、変わってないんですよ。村の村 is that referring to the unevenness, or like I think it's also used, is it like the kanji for polka dots? I've seen mura used for like uneven cooking on stuff. Or mura as in the village. No, because they're talking about Jomon Jidai. There's gotta be the village. Mura no tame ni naranai. I don't know why I'm not reading the rest of the sentence, and why I'm like asking. 村のためにならない人間、所属しようとしない人間は、OK。干渉され、無理強いされ。Oh, I'm back in top chat. Let me go back. 村。 Muriji. Thank you. Oh, this is now we get to use the she reading of Tsioi. Okay. Dude, I wish I had a physical book. I just read this on my phone. We're gonna find it. Muriji sare. Oh my goodness. Dude, we're cooked. 相手の嫌がることを、強いてさせること。OK。最終的には、村から追放されるんだ。白羽さんは縄文時代の話が好きですね。好きじゃない。大嫌いだ。でもこの世は、近代社会の現代。Sorry。現代社会の皮をかぶった。Your reading's really good. I'll try to improve too. Thank you, Rob. I've got a long way to go, dude. There are so many words here I'm trying to learn. Kawa skin. Yeah, okay. But kawa o kaburu. Is that to cover something up? I appreciate it. I do feel like I've come a long way, but there is... I am by no means the Jozu yet. But yeah, best of luck to you, Rob. You got this, man. Stay motivated, stay working. You got it. 物事の一つの面、方向、立場、また、相対するものの一方、敵の側につく、川のこちらの側。皮を引けば実がつく。I see. まだ上手じゃない? I would not say I'm Jozu. I am Dekinai. I will always be Dekinai, but that's okay. Because someday I'll still be Dekinai. That's okay. それで僕はなんだ? Then you're Sazoku. You're the Sazoku. Don't compare yourself to others also. Compare you to yourself, to your past self, your current self, etc. That's all you gotta do. We're all on a journey towards our Japanese goals, and that's sweet. Just hop in the Discord server and support each other. We're chilling. Okay, so pulling the skin and the meat comes with it, I guess. Yeah, that gets me down. It gets me down too, man. Like, you know, or at least it used to. Now I see it as motivation. Is it like, you know, the people who reached, you know, fluency in Japanese or just reach really high levels of fluency? They're normal humans like you and me, right? They're not some, you know, they're not some superheroes with like 200 IQ. These are normal people who live normal lives, and, you know, they've set aside a goal to study Japanese. And with that, they've gotten really good at the language. So if they can do it, you know, so can we. It's just about dedicating time and being consistent. Like if I hadn't burned out in Japanese, you know, I took a year or 2 year break, and then I've taken month breaks, 2 month breaks sporadically, right? If I hadn't done that and I stayed consistent, you know, I tell myself that, man, if I just hadn't like crashed out and given up on Japanese for a bit, I wonder how good I'd be right now. And then that keeps me going now. And then it's like, dang, I cannot let myself give up, because the second I do, I'm missing out on the gains. 大きな、that's not kaibutsu, dude. This is a keibutsu? Emono. I was so close. Oh, prey. 狩りや魚で。Birdie. Birdie. No, I mean, I get it. Birdie. That's just funny. Emono, thanks, good. We're all dog, but Dekiru is an unreachable dream. This is true. We had a conversation about how some Japanese natives misread kanji, which is totally fine. But like, do we? What is Dekiru? Do we classify a Japanese native level as Dekiru, or does it go beyond that? What is Dekiru even? Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's keep reading. 獲物を、取ってくれ。 取ってくる力の、強い男に女が、むがり。むれがりむがり。This is the flock too. I just can't remember. I think it's just muga. I know it's goon. I know it's goon, but I'm trying. Muda. Yeah, okay. 群がり、村一番の美女が、よ、This is a marry into. I know that's yome, but I didn't realize it's a verb. I guess there's a verb for everything. Is that goo? Is it goo? 嫁ぐ。嫁いで。嫁いでいく。仮に参加しなかったり、参加しても、力が弱くて、役立たないような男は見下される。構図横図構図 composition 絵や写真などの、画面の全体の構成 OK 平面的な、光景総計、美術で全体の効果を高めるための所要書突ぐ Thanks kids Oh my gosh 全く変わってないんだはぁもんの抜けた相づちしか打つことができないもんの抜けたThat also seems like a set phrase. ほんの抜ける。Migaku don't know it? What is もんの抜ける？もんの抜けた。Like to open the gates? Is it just like mindlessly saying aizuchi? I'm trying to figure this out. Thank you. No. 抜けた。言い換え。の抜けた。Let's read about it. が抜ける。Okay. Arigato. Yeah, there we go. が抜ける。関心なところが抜けている。To omit the essential stuff. 時間を取り繕うことができない。Damn. 拍子抜けする。Oh. Okay. I see. What is Migaku? That's interesting. Okay. 相づちしか打つことができない。けれど、白羽さんの言うことを完全に、否定できる Is that 強定 I think that's Is that 否定 It is 否定 OK 否定できるわけでもなかった、コンビニと一緒で私たちは入れ替わっているだけで、ずっと同じ光景を続けているのかもしれない、常連の女性客の、変わらないわねという言葉が頭の中で反響 This absolutely beat me up in 漢字で go、はい、反響、小倉さんは、なんでそんなに平然としているんですか、自分が恥ずかしくないんですか、なんでですか Let me make sure I'm not going backwards. I did go backwards. Okay, there we go. Okay. Dialed in. Okay. バイトのまま、ババアになっても、嫁の、買い手もないでしょ Is that to like be I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. I mean, I have an idea of it in my head, but Recipient. That's probably important. It's もらい手。反響。反響。Thank you, Skits. 反響。Ah, I love pitch accent. Only because you said in isolation would sound like a purposeful pitch. I got you. Okay, no, thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it. I'll note that. I'll have to go back and mine these later. I could do it right now, but I do want to just kind of read. Still doing lookups, which I think is fine. もらえても Dude, that's the line. That's the gospel right there. もらえてもないでしょあんたみたいなの、一緒上 What? Is that what I think it is? でも中高ですよ That's actually crazy. I think I know what that's saying, but that's crazy. ペラよ薄よjust gonna hold on. Yeah, there's no way I was getting that. 薄汚い Oh, I could have gotten that. Yeah, okay. Skit. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look it up. Skit, I just confirmed it with that comment. Okay. That's actually crazy. He's like, yeah, but also... That's so... This guy's so full of himself. Holy moly. 縄文時代だったら、子供も、産めない、豊島の女 Is that like an older woman? Toshima. Middle-aged woman. Middle-aged, okay. Where are you? 豊島の女が、結婚もせず、村をうろうろしてるようなものですよ。村の荷物でしかない。That's crazy. 俺は男だからまだ盛り返せるけれど、小倉さんはもうどうしようもないじゃないんですか What I can't say that word, but さっきまで、文句をつけられて腹を立てていたのに、自分の苦しめていると同じ、価値観の理屈で私に文句を、垂れ流す白羽さんは、Here's a Yoji. Hello. Shihan Metsure. That's my guess. Shihare Metsure. Shirimetsuretsu. Toshima's pretty rude. Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you. Shirimetsuretsu. Incoherent. That word itself sounds incoherent, honestly. だと思ったが、自分の人生を、I know we're on a break. Let me just finish the sentence really quick. 合感 this word again. 合感されていると思っている人は、他人の人生を同じように攻撃すると少し気が晴れるのかもしれなかった。Specifically, a middle-aged woman that's beyond her prime. I see. Okay. Read comments. Been using Anki for about a year now to build my vocabulary. Do you have any tips on what I can add to my daily routine to improve further? Yes. Immersion. I don't know what your vocabulary is at, Kobe, but yeah, no, don't listen to Skits. Skits is trolling. Don't touch Duolingo. I mean, it's for someone who starts with zero Japanese, I think it's okay. I don't know what I'm saying. No, I personally wouldn't touch Duolingo. I might do a video on reviewing it just to get my honest thoughts, but I would just stick with like learning hiragana, katakana, and then get like your vocabulary like you said. But yeah, start immersing. Find anime that you like and start locking in. Just start watching stuff and sentence mining. How many words you got right now on Anki? I'll show you, but I actually use Migaku now. I don't use Anki anymore. But when I dropped Anki, let's see. My vocab's probably around 4,000 words. 4,000 is 4,000 more than me, Dickie. Okay, Skits. Skits is, you're such a troll, dude. Yeah, let me just stats. These are just cards though. These aren't actually words. Like 10.8k cards. So there's gonna be sentences, grammar, probably overlapping words. But yeah, if it goes around 4k words, that's good, man. Yeah, start immersing. Start watching slice of life anime. Some stuff you're interested in. Maybe stuff you've watched in English, but now rewatch it in Japanese. Like an example for me, I started watching Hunter x Hunter. It's like not the easiest anime, but I've watched the English like sub like 5 or 6 times. So like, yeah, same with JoJo's. I'm watching JoJo's again in Japanese. It's been pretty enjoyable, surprisingly. So yeah. You don't like to read and watch anime manga. It's just a habit for you to study. So what's your goal with Japanese then? So it's not to consume content. You'd rather like talk, like watch something I've watched already. Yeah, I would say, but like in Japanese with Japanese subtitles. So I will show. Someone was asking about how many words I know. Essentially, I'll just show you what I have. Yeah, in Migaku, which I currently use, so far I've logged 10.2 thousand words. Give or take. And I have about, I'll just show you really quick. So here's my sentence mining deck here. I've got around 2,500 cards. Then I have a names deck here. This is Momota, Yuzu, Shigeharu. Yeah, so I have like just any names I come across that I'm like, I can almost read these, but something's off, or they seem like, you know, worth learning. I'll save in a separate deck here. But my backlog's terrible. 900. But yeah, so I'm hanging around here. We'll see if that number keeps going up, hopefully. All right, let's see what else chat's saying. You won't improve unless you're immersed in the language. This is true. If your goal is to use a language, like actually utilize it the way a native would, or just like utilize language as a language, then you have to also understand it, which means immersion. You already started, so I was like, man, I'll just keep studying, I guess. No, that's fine, man. Yeah, that's a good amount of vocabulary to know, but I would say if you want to start learning how to employ it and how to use it in a more natural context, then you should start watching Japanese content. It could, if you don't like anime or manga, that's fine. If you don't like reading, that's fine. Just watch some dramas or listen to, you know, watch Let's Plays. Go on YouTube. There's all sorts of Japanese content. Going to the gym now. We'll be back later if you're still streaming. All right, Emil. Have a great workout, dude. Thanks for tuning in. You also won't even probably understand the 4K words if you Anki without immersion. This is another true point. Yeah, it's the same thing. Imagine if every English word, like you knew what the word meant, you can translate it to your native language, but you don't actually know like the usage or the context, right? It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think. Let's just say that you hear someone say, yeah, let's kick that guy from the server. So you know the word kick is to like literally, let's just say I'm a Japanese guy learning English. And I know kick means keru, right? So in my head, I'm like, koitsu saba kara kero, right? Let's kick this guy from the server. I don't know how to say it in Japanese, but I think it's just kiku. But like, you know, it doesn't really translate one to one. So if you're just learning those translations, like you're not really gonna be able to really comprehend the language in that sense, right? Because that's where that phenomenon comes up. That a lot of people say, oh well, I know all the words in the sentence, but why can't I understand it, right? That's where that kind of comes from. Skit says you have to remember the definitions exist to try and explain how people use it, not the other way around. People don't use words based off their definition. That's a good point. All right, let's get back into reading. Wrong screen. There we go. All right. シラさんは自分が飲んでいるのがジャズミンティーだというものだというのに気がついたのか、僕コーヒーが飲みたいんですけどと不満そうな声を上げ、私は立ち上がってドリンクバーでコーヒーを入れ、シラさんの前に置いた。wait, hold on. まずい。やっぱりダメだよ。ダメだな。こんなところのコーヒーは Bro, this guy's a big baby. 白羽さん、 Kongin? Kongin. Yeah. Kongin. It's not Konin. It's so weird doing like these weird consonants. Kongin. I feel like it's in the back of my throat. Without seeing the words actually used, we'll never have real intuitive understanding of the word. This is a good point. Yeah. Thanks for the insights, Jared. Been getting you my recommendations. Well, glad the algorithm brought us together, dude. Glad you've been enjoying the stream. And I'm not all that knowledgeable. I try to share what I do know just along my journey. It's really, I mean, Skits here is providing, you know, God's word here. This guy is super experienced, so really. Migaku lifetime for 200 worth it? Yes or no? No. Like, it's good, but dude, I've seen your comments. Like, I know that, you know, Migaku doesn't price it differently based on like the regions you're from, so that's like a ton of money. Hold on. I want to see something. I don't know if am I allowed to do this? Let's see how much it is through my link. Okay, good. But then if we go to migaku.com/Dogen, this is not going to work. Okay. There are some other creators who do have bigger discounts because they're bigger content creators. So if you don't want to support me and you're just like, you know what, I just want to get Migaku for cheap, you can look. I think Dogen's got one. I think Matt vs. Japan has one. The two ends coin. Ah, okay. Arigato Skits. It's up to you. If you've enjoyed it and you feel like you're gonna be using it for the rest of your study journey, you can. But you know, if you want to stick to month and see how you like it, or just want to switch to free study through Anki and Yomi-chan, that also works. I don't know. I just like the fact that I can use Migaku on my phone and my PC for like in terms of mining, but teach their own. Okay, thank you, Skits. Appreciate that. Appreciate you pointing that out. Hey, Daniel, I'm reading Konbini Ningen, or Convenience Store Woman. It's about a woman who is I don't know if she's like a sociopath, a psychopath, or if she is like on the spectrum. Like not trying to like throw slang around, like legitimately, like early in the book she talks about her childhood and how she's taking things really literally and analyzing all the sounds of like the convenience store. It's really interesting. And she's like picking up a lot of like phrasing and like kujiguse from like all of her coworkers and people in her life, and she talks like them to try to act like a normal human. It's interesting, but definitely gives off like sociopath vibes a little bit. But yeah, Konin. Actually, I don't know how to. I appreciate you pointing it out, Skits, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I cannot read that. Is there a? Oh, here we go. Cantonese.
婚姻
That doesn't help me. Japanese. Heiban. More right consonants. Marriage related something. Yes. Written report. Well, I should say it's just marriage. Should I watch anime with Japanese subtitles? That's what I do. And then if you want to train your listening, like a couple weeks later, like whenever I work in an office, I will rewatch the Netflix episode, but I'll put my phone face down and not look. So I just clearly just listen to the anime that I've already seen with subtitles and just train it. But yeah, this is interesting. This still counts as studying. Bilabial. Oh my gosh. Nasalized vowel. Okay, I see. But I don't think any of these were nasalized that you sent me. It felt like I don't know if I was nasalizing them though. I was just throwing, I don't even know. Amoraic nasal. Oh yeah, I see. Gonin. I don't know. I'm scared. No, thank you. I'm gonna bookmark this though. That's good to know. Thanks, kids. Appreciate it, dog. Daki ga だけが、目的なら私と、婚姻 Oh wait, it's literally right here in the dictionary. Don't know how to read that. Gonna be completely honest. Oh, it is todoke. For other really? Todokeru. Interesting. Okay. 婚姻届を出すのはどうですか？自分の席に、2枚目のis that that's not there's no way that's is that Sayu? Sayu? Hot water. 左右を置いて椅子に座りながら切り出すと白羽さんがはと大声を出した。Oh my gosh. そんなに干渉されるのが嫌で、村を引かれたくないならとっととすればいいじゃないんですか？仮つまり就職に関しては、わかりませんが婚姻することでとりあえず恋愛経験や生態圏うんぬん I remember this is like a really weird one. うんぬん Okay. うんぬんに対して干渉されるリスクはなくなるのでは？突然何を言っているんだ？バカげてる？悪いですけど僕は小倉さん相手に勃起しませんよ。Dang. First is a voiced velar approximant and the second is a voiced uvular nasal. If you care, you can search and listen to these on Wikipedia. I will look these up. I am curious. Oh. Okay. And then voice uvular nasal. I bet it's kongin. Let's see. Nga. Interesting. Wow. Dang, I'm about to go like down a rabbit hole. Interesting. You can follow the tongue placement in the picture in the second one. Oh, I see. Okay. Is there one here? No, there's not. I guess that's more in the back. Okay, that's cool. I will also bookmark these. I want to do some reading on this later, but got 4 minutes for this session. We got to keep reading in the Nihongo. Bakageteru. 悪いですけど、いや、僕は小倉さん相手に He's still saying son 勃起しませんよ。勃起それが婚姻と何の関係か。婚姻は書類上のことで勃起は生理現象ですか？ですが白羽さんが口を閉じたので私は丁寧に説明した。白羽さんの言う通り世界は縄文時代のなのかもしれないですね。村に必要のない人間は迫害？ No way. No way. It is 迫害。Persecution。弱い立場にあるものをOK。それ系統Yes, I don't know this one. 原因上辺は Uyamai. Look what happened when I tried it. Anyways, there's no bigger discount than the Cosmic Comprehension one, and thankfully it'd be attributed to you anyways. That's sweet, man. But yeah, don't feel pressure to spend money. Like if you want to try it out, if you feel like you want to bite the bullet and do that, I mean, go for it. But yeah, no pressure. Kein. Sareru. Yeah. No, the linguistics is interesting. Yeah, I just gotta do some more shadowing too. Like you said, I gotta mimic a bit more. されるつもりコンビニと同じ、構造なんですよね。なんですね。コンビニに必要のない人間はシフトを減らされ、ヒグになる。クビになる。コンビニに、居続けるには、店員になるしかないんですよね。それは簡単なことですが、制服を着てマニュアル通りに振る舞うこと。世界が縄文だというなら、縄文の中でもそうです。普通の人間という皮をかぶって、そのマニュアル通りに振る舞えば、村を継い出されることも、邪魔者扱いされることもない。何を、扱い？何を言っているのかわからない。Really? I think she's locked in. 扱い. Okay. I always get that confused with like ayatsuri. I don't know why. I think I'm a bit better about it now, but I don't know. Before B turns into an sound. Oh, I saw a video about this. This guy who's just like talks about the different n's in Japanese. He said sen, it's senbei. I know he mentioned that, and then I'll have to find it. I'll have to send it in our server. It's like he's always on my feed, so I'm sure I can find the video again. You've probably seen it too. Maybe someone here has. 5 seconds. I think, let me read this one sentence. つまりみんなの中にある普通の人間という架空の生き物を演じるんです。Okay. Booyah. And that's how you read Nihongo. We got one more session, and I think we're just gonna yap and hang out until like the top of this hour, and then, you know, you guys can go enjoy your weekend. I'm not holding y'all at gunpoint. You guys don't have to stay here, but for those of you who are studying along, I appreciate it. It makes my studying less lonely, so it's very kind. Oh, I feel like reading is slowly getting a bit less mentally exhausting. I do want to start reading some pretty difficult books at some point, like just to really push myself, but I don't know. You really watch vids about that kind of stuff? Yeah, it's a video for, it seems like it's directed towards Japanese natives. He's just like mind-blowing them. It's weird though. Yeah, the natives are just like, what? We actually make the sound for senbei? That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Just crazy. Your reading aloud is better than before, in my opinion, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know. I can't really tell. I guess I can go back and look at videos. One foreigners get wrong all the time is unmei. Is it unmei? It's not unmei, is it? It's unmei. I don't know. Unless I have it backwards. It said unmei. Okay. Gotcha. That's interesting. Is that pretty much the general rule for most like n's that come before like sounds? I mean, I can't think of any other really words off the top of my head that have that to other than unmei. Oh, I feel like there's one on the tip of my tongue. Inma. There's inma. What is that? Oh, that's succubus. That's succubus, isn't it? I just outed myself, dude. You know, I'm not gonna. I don't really know how I know that word, but yeah, that's crazy. Dang. Don't worry about that, guys. Don't worry about how I know that. Is that? But that's imma. Is that imma as well? Just for the sake of language learning. Before PB and M's, yeah, okay. VP and M's. I was like, what is that word? Oh my god, that's so. All right. I can't believe I remembered the word, then the meaning. Oh my god, I'm cooked. I'm getting canceled, guys. Before BP and M consonants. Senpai. That's interesting. I've never thought about that. That's pretty cool. So senpai, umme, imma. Huh. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know if my reading aloud's gotten better. I mean, I'm happy that you're saying that. It's a nice compliment, but I will say I feel like a lot of these words are a bit more common than what I was reading in like Silent Hill. That one, I felt like we didn't even read that much because there's not a lot of dialogue in that game, but I don't know, the words there were definitely a bit more specialized, a bit more difficult. I'm also taking your advice, Skits. I know you can tell I'm still reading a little quickly. I'm still adding in like extra words or things that aren't even there, but I've been trying to find my speed a bit more, pace myself. I don't know. We'll keep it up. We got another minute here, and we're gonna read this. I think maybe we try to get to 60% done. In the book here, it says I'm 57% of the way in. So I did start around halfway through. I've been reading on my phone, but you know. Yeah. Well, thank you, Skits. I appreciate it, man. I think we've been talking. I am doing a lot more reading. I'm playing some visual novels. And I mean, yeah, I'm halfway through this book. So I think the reading more is helping. So really, guys, the just read more actually does help. Oh, you saw this in the Monme in an RGK, dude? I don't know. Let's see what it says. I can't believe I still remember this. I haven't seen this anywhere except for RTK. I don't know. Yeah, Skits is gonna have to answer that one, dude. 指圧感法の重さの単位。そして it's a unit. There's another one. 問目。I guess reading more helps speed up reading. Yeah, I guess reading more just gets you better at reading. Who would have thought? Also, welcome to the stream. Unless you've been here the whole time and I just didn't see any earlier comments, so my apologies. It's time to study. It's time to read. Let's get more into reading. Woo! Okay. あの convenience store. I don't get why they say convenience store, but whatever. 全員がティーンという加工の生き物を Oh wait. What? ですよ? Oh, she's just Oh, okay. I see. I was like, did I already read this? No, it's just reinforcement. それが悔しいから、こんなに悩んでいるんだ。でもシラーさん、ついさっきまでDingo? I don't know. Gago. Ado? There's Gago and Ado. I'm gonna just assume it's Gago. 相手の気に入るようにいかめる努める努めるOK 力を尽くしてあることをする I know 努める I don't know 悔しい苦しい Arigato Skits 苦しい相手の気に入るような努めること相手に合わせて自分の意見や態度を変えること Interesting. That's a cool word. So I'm gonna assume it's 迎合 here, but 迎合しようとしたじゃないですか。やっぱり、座となると難しいですか？そうですよね。マッコ真っ向から世界と戦い、自分を獲得するために一生をあげる方。This is あげる right? 捧げる。it's like in the Attack on Titan theme, guys. Guys, the Sasageyo? Anyone? Any takers? No? Okay. 捧げる方が、多分 No. That's not tabun. It is tabun. Oh my god, I'm cooked. I know there's like tabun ni morezu. I actually just learned that one recently, but is that the same kanji? No, it uses a different tabun, I think. Tabun ni morezu. Which is, I think, to be like not out of the ordinary or to fall in line with like a lot of the cliche of a certain, whatever the context is. But I don't know. 苦しみに、対して誠 but this is ご多分に漏れず thank you 誠実 oh bro I should know that the right side of this is the dengon radical without that say dude 誠実なのだと思います Oh my gosh, just finished AJATT a couple of days ago. Fire. By the way, after stream, do you want me to send you drill to help smooth out your vowels and connect them? I'd love that, dude. Yes, thank you. That would be awesome. Appreciate that. チラさんは、言葉がない様子で、コーヒーをただ睨んでいた。だから難しいなら無理することはないんです。シラさんと違って私はいろんなことがどうでもいいんです。特に自分の意思 is equal. This is 意思。I don't know, I'm looking it up. Right. 意思がないので、村の方針があるならそれに従うのも平気だというだけのなのだ。みんなが不思議がる部分を自分の人生から削除していく。それが治るということなのかもしれない。ここ2週間で14回なんで結婚しないのと言われた。なんでアルバイトなのは、12回だ。とりあえず言われた回数が多いものから削除していってみようと思った。私はどこかで変化を求めていた。認めていた。求めている。Oh my gosh. Are we really back to this? 求める。Okay. We're chilling. It's okay. Yeah, I can actually just send it now and you can look whenever. Okay. Appreciate it, Skits. That would be nice. That'd be nice. Dude, you got all these resources. I appreciate it. Yeah, Skits sent me a really good pitch accent resource among some other things as well, for like even for Kansai Ben. So you guys join the Discord server. You can access many sources like that. We have some pinned comments, and yeah, everyone's here supporting each other. So in the description if you want to hop in. 削除していってみようと思った。私はどこかで変化を求めていた。それが悪い変化でもいい変化でも。Yo, something Jotai. Something Chuck Jotai. That's a cool kanji. Let's read the rest of the sentence really quick. の今よりマシなのではないかと思えた。To be deadlocked. Stalemate. 膠着。膠着。I wish I could like not have this down here. I mean I could just move the order, but anyways. あるものに他のものがくっついて離れにくくなること。 餅が腕の手底にしている。我が輩は猫である。Ah, Soseki, my goat. I still haven't read this book. I'm glad I know the title though, and the author. My dog. Oh, あるものにOkay, I see. 膠着状態の今より、マシなのではないかと思えた。白羽さんは返事をしないまま、目の前のコーヒーと黒い水面を穴でも開いているかのように、深刻な、風情で覗き込んでいるだけだった。風情 This is whole. 風情 But it's also 風情 Wait. What? Hold on. I assume this is the more common reading. It looks like it. ありさま、趣、風情 Okay, I'm gonna assume this is one of those cases where it's like Fujo is the older reading and now Fuzei is the more commonly accepted one? Or is the... I don't even know. Because yeah, Yosu Arisama. Read it is Fuzei. Okay. Fuzei. Bet. Okay. Thank you, Skits. 風情で、覗き込んでいるだけだった。6 minutes. We got this. 結局、いざそれじゃあと帰ろうとすると、白羽さんは、いや、もう少し考えてみても、などと、曖昧なことを言い、うだうだと引き止められて、時間が過ぎていった。No, 行った。Sorry. Jeez. I was sorry. I was caught up thinking about uda uda. The onomato. 無意味なことをしたり言ったりする様。うじゃうじゃう。つまらないことをうだうだ言うな。Interesting. ぽつりぽつり。と白羽さんが話すには、彼はルームシェアをしていたようだが、家賃を滞納してしまい、ほとんど継い出されかかっているという。滞納滞納。like 納めるべきものを、定められた。妨げま。It's just luck. 定め。Okay. 定められた、期限を過ぎても納めないでいること。Okay. ほとんど継ぎ出されてかかっている。That's crazy, bro. 以前はこういう時は、北海道の実家に帰ってしのいでいたが、5年前に弟が結婚して、今では実家は、2世帯住宅 ?2 世帯や2世帯住宅に、what? 開放されて、Oh, it's being renovated into a 20th century style, I don't know, like a neighborhood? お嫁さんと甥っ子が住んでおり、書いても居場所がないのだという。I'm interested about this one, about this Jutaku. So they're getting it renovated? Title. Thanks for that. Duplex house. Oh, yeah, that was totally wrong. Jutaku is... It's not even the whole neighborhood. That's just the house. Okay. Interesting. Nisetai. So it's like a 20th century style two family. Nisetai Jutaku. Two family house. Oh, I don't know why I was thinking of the 20th century. I guess because I just saw this, but that wouldn't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I should have looked at it from the start. Okay. I do want to look up setai really quick. A household. 2世帯。Okay, that does make sense. 一つの建物の大家の世帯と、公の世帯の2世帯を家族が住む人区。And this is specifically, this doesn't mean two separate families. This is specifically living with your parents and your family, whether it's you and your wife, you and your husband, whoever. It's not, it has to be like blood relatives. I guess that's what it implies with the setai. Interesting. シラさんは弟の奥さんに毛嫌い Wait. More. Let's just look. 2 generations of the same family, yeah. Okay, I got you. Kegirai. It is kegirai. Antipathy. To be prejudiced against. はっきりした理由もなく嫌うこと。I see. That seems like a pretty useful word. 毛嫌いされているらしく、今までは甘えて金を借りることができたのに、それも自由にできなくなったそうだった。あの嫁が口を出してきたからおかしくなったんだ。あいつなんて弟に、Alright. Get into some more of the unknown words. 衣類の生物が一緒に生活して、一方が利益を受け、他方が害を受けている生活形態。Is that 形態? It is 形態。So parasite. Parasitism. Parasite? Okay. 寄生している、存在のくせに、我が、物買う Is it really 物買うで、家をルールしたがって死ね This guy is so bitter. I mean, I get it, but 物買う Am I just tripping? Like, am I just having a brain fart moment here? Mono no gao ではなく、もっけがう But let me not read from AI though. 寄生虫寄生虫寄生虫 It's crazy, dude. Like, you say Jew? I assume it's true. Okay. That's so interesting. Oh, Migaku-san. それが自分のためにやるかのような態度や顔つきをすること。またその様。我が物が。Oh, that's part of the. I thought it was like waga, like I am, and then the sentence started, but that is a whole set phrase right there. Okay. I see. Okay, cool. I know this is all done. Let's finish off this page and then we can yap a bit. で、家をうろうろしがってしやがって死ね。恨みつらみを交えた帰る。We'll just say 交える for now. 交えた白さんの、身の上話を上話の上話は長くて私は、途中からほとんど聞かずに、時計を見ていた。もう夜の11時になろうとしている。私は明日もアルバイトだ。体調管理をして、健康な体をお店に、持っていくことも、地球のうちだと、2人目の、店長に教わったというのに寝不足になってしまう。Damn, that's tough. It's tough. If it helps click for you, they're making a cow behaving like the place is wagamono. That does help. Thank you. Okay. That makes sense now. Okay. Cool. Well, with that, we're like 58. We could keep reading, but no. Maybe we'll do one more cycle. I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of vibing with this. John Sweeney. Hey, don't worry, dude. Don't worry. We're taking a break now. We're good. Hey, Jared. Sorry to bother you. I started studying pitch accent on individual words recently, but wondering how I should go about studying phrases, full sentences. Ooh. We've got a pitch accent expert in the chat skits here. Okay, never mind. Don't listen to skits. That was terrible timing. There's pitch pairings, so you can study, like, I'm not exactly sure. From my understanding, it's like seeing how pitches connect between words, but in terms of full sentence pitches, no, I mean, skits gave me pretty good rundown of it. Let me just go look. I'm not gonna dox our DMs, but I know you talked about. I have to see the resources. Yeah, I'll just hold on. One sec. Yeah, in terms of resources, though, I don't know. Yeah, Skis has a good point though about learning to hear pitch. Because once you do that, then through immersion, you're gonna start picking up on how a native should speak. Like even in English, there's a cadence, right? Like I go back to like the word present is spelled the same across all these different meanings, but like for the verb, like when we say that I'm gonna go present something, right? I don't say I'm gonna go present. I'm gonna go present. So there's a little bit of pitch. There's a little bit of like oomph, and then we have the present. Present. I don't know, dude. English is weird. I don't know why this had to be my first language. I'm not gonna lie. Sentence level pitch resources are very far and few between, not very extensive. Yeah. You have many times where you have to go listen to pitch yourself to figure out something instead of there being an explanation out there. Yeah. NHK pitch accent dict. Yeah, that's the one I got too. It's pretty nice. I know Skits had sent me a pretty solid. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Or is it bookmarked? Give me 1 second. Please let me put katakana in my search history. No? Okay, hold on. I know that I literally looked at this document like last night. I was reading through it a bit. I think I found it. Is this allowed? Am I gonna get banned on YouTube for this? Probably. 日本語のイントネーション、仕組みと、doku or something. I don't know. But I just get sent this over to me. This is apparently a pretty good resource on pitch accent, and it's in Japanese, which is pretty cool. I need to find a higher quality copy. But yeah, I haven't really read through too much of it, but if we like go deeper in. 短い文章へのイントネーションの付け方、実際。So this goes a bit more over like the pitch accent throughout. Yeah, like here we go. If I can zoom in here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So let me just this is 今日はレモンで Oh, here we go. 今日はレモンでセール。ゼリーを作ったんです。This is so low quality. Yeah, you can see like there's these cool pitch accent graphs. One thing I used was I can't find it. I made a video about it. It's in my video. I'll just go look. I'm not trying to plug myself. There is I just got to find out what the name of the tool is. You're full screen on cam, by the way. Oh, thank you. Oopsies. Awkward. Thank you for the heads up. Sorry. Yeah. Let me show you. This is what. Let me also make sure YouTube doesn't autoplay video. Okay, cool. Yeah. So there's this resource gets sent over to me. It's pretty handy. 日本語のイントネーション仕組みと、読音 something 音読 some other stuff here. That's cool because it breaks down. I haven't like I said, I'm not going to speak like I'm an expert on this because I've barely glanced at it, but it does have some like pitch accent stuff across whole sentences. Like 今日はレモンでゼリーを作ったんです。このフォーカスの言い訳。So 今日はレモンで and then this one actually so re goes up more. And then let me see if I can zoom in more to get the oh my goodness. This is not working. But yeah, here we go. The zeri doesn't come up as much, which is interesting. Zeriを作ったんです。Interesting. Yeah, so it's I don't know. This is a good resource. It's actually in my server, my Discord server. I think Skit sent it out. Unless it was, I don't know if it was. I think it's somewhere in the Discord server. But yeah, if you're not in there already, you can hop in. We got a lot of stuff linked up in there. I need to go through this. I probably will because this is still in Japanese, so it's still technically studying, still immersing. But yeah. This book is better once you're already familiar with basic sentence level pitch. Like you can at the very least mark where down says to be on most full sentences. Okay. Yeah, and that's something I need to get better at because I'm not even too comfortable with that myself. But yeah, I was gonna say, where is it? Ugh. I hate seeing myself. I think I. All right, Migaku, you got to stop, bro. We can't be doing this. Where is that? Did I even link it in here? Let's see. This is the tool I was using. Here. So this like documents like how loud you're speaking as well as like the accent of it. Oh, it's Pratt. That's what it was. Yeah, so this is apparent. I mean, linguists use this. I think I saw. Who was it? Oh my gosh, Language Jones. I hope I'm getting his name right. He had mentioned this, and I thought, you know, Pratt Slop. Okay, Skits is familiar then. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. This isn't even the right thing. This is AJATT draw. Yeah, so if I just record like a sound. おはようございます。I don't know why it's not letting me play. But you know, but you can see here that that's my intensity and that's mine, and then I can also add import files. So if, one useful resource is Immersion Kit. So if I wanted to do like let's just do Ohayo gozaimasu, right? And I want to get a native audio of like a Japanese person. No way you make me sign in. All right, well. Yeah, but essentially you do this, you import it, and you can also look at Yeah, exactly. So what Skit said is this is reliable for looking and pitching up isolated voice audios of what you want exactly. Yeah, that is definitely true. So I think here, like, I haven't tried it on full sentence pitch. It might be interesting to see, but yeah, like it's got to be, I think from my understandings, it should be clean, isolated vocals so that it's really accurately reflecting the pitch. And yeah, I don't know. I know Skits put me on there's like a video of someone using Audacity to overlay to compare their shadowing with a native speaker. So I might need to look into that. But yeah, Pratt is it's pretty cool and it's free. It's completely free. In this video here, I actually go over how to download it, set it up, and start using it. So if that's up your alley, I mean, go for it. You probably don't even need my video to watch it. Anyways, you could probably just go to their website and follow the how-to. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. And I think I'm honestly happy with that stopping point for reading. I think we're good. Skits, I see you sent me a nice little vowel practice, so thank you. That is sweet. Wow. Okay, thank you. That's really helpful. Anyways, yeah. Speaking, I'm gonna DM you some audios to Jula 50 Kana, paid a voice actor, so don't share it. Okay, I got you. Thanks, Skits. I appreciate it, dude. What causes it to break for phrases? Is it because pronunciation gets slurred? I don't know if it breaks for phrases. I think it's mainly if there's dialogue and there's a lot going on in the background and it's not super isolated. Yeah, then you know you're cooked. Only because like I think the background noise would interfere with how the pitch is reading from the audio. It's a very sensitive application. Teach some slurs. I don't know about that one, bud. I don't think I'm the right guy for that. Yeah. But yeah, probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, I guess before we dip out, what do you guys go get? Holy moly, English is hard. What do you guys get going on this weekend? I think we got some good studying done. Hopefully you guys did too. How are you guys gonna spend the next 2 or 3 days? Any fun plans? Background intonation. They may stress a word you don't want them to do, which will affect the rest of the sentence. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, let's switch. Let's get nice and personal. I will hide the timer now, too. Hi, Jared. Just want to say I love your Japanese Day of the Word, Japanese Word of the Day of the Word, Japanese Word of the Day series. Thank you so much, Crown. Appreciate it. Glad it's been entertaining for you. Are you gonna go on a walk? No, I'm probably gonna go hit some abs. And maybe I guess I'll walk on the treadmill a bit later. We'll see. Got to get some cardio. Got to be healthy. I'm starting to cut now on my diet, so you know I still got to be active though. I can't just eat less and sit around like a potato. But yeah, what do you guys got going on? Okay. Oh. So I'm trying to process some of these words I just saved in Colibri. Got quite a few tabs open. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Found it useful. Whether you study along with me or you busted out your own study materials, and yeah, really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and yeah, probably end the stream here. just gonna enjoy the weekend. And yeah, I'll be recording a video this weekend. I'm also collaborating with another creator on the platform. Super excited to release that video. Thank you, Skits. Yeah, so stay tuned. Gonna be uploading a video next week. I'm not too sure what I want to talk about yet, but I've got some good ideas. Yeah, so yeah, this guy's really good at Japanese. It'll be fun to talk with him. I have some other people I want to interview or talk with as well. Some of them are in our server already, so yeah. Other than that, yeah, hope you guys learned some stuff from today's stream. I know I sure did. So thanks again to everyone for educating me and letting me, you know, educate you with what little knowledge I have so far. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will catch you guys in the next stream. Janet. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. It's not Leave a Kiwi. It's not, unfortunately. It's no... Someday, with the goat, I will. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, let's not get distracted. I remember saying bye one stream, and we streamed for another 2 hours. So, this is a literal goodbye. Enjoy your weekends. Join the Discord. I'm plugging everything right now. Join the Discord. Go in there. Tell me what you're doing this weekend. If you take pictures of your hikes, your pets, whatever, your food, go send them in there. Just have fun. And thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.